Thank you so much for that introduction, Scott. It's greatly appreciated. And hello to all of our attendees today. This session is meant to be interactive and engaging, so please feel free to put your comments, questions in the chat for myself, Scott, or any of our team to see and address or flag. I'd say it's 11 o'clock. We have a packed hour ahead of us, so let's jump into it. Where I'd like to start is just discussing the Wealth Migrate platform itself. So Scott has talked quite a bit about the mission behind the Wealth Migrate platform, his why. We went over our whys together at the top of this session. But what we provide is an elegant global solution to you as the individual investor to be able to really take advantage of these quality investment opportunities across the United States, across Europe, and the UK, without having to go through the hassle of setting up your own structures, paying for complex legal structures and financial arrangements. What we have provided is a truly easy, I would say simple rather, way to create true global wealth for yourself through our online investment platform. And when I say easy, I mean it's super easy. It's 4 simple steps. You sign up to our Wealth Migrate marketplace, complete your profile, fund your wallet, and invest. And we'll go through that just now in this series of slides, and then I'll take you through a live demonstration of actually being able to invest in a global property a little bit later in our session. But first things first, simply go to our website, wealthmigrate.com, register on the platform by clicking on that blue sign up button in the top left corner.
Gary?
Once you have clicked there, Scott?
There's the audio is coming through. It's cracking up quite a lot. I'm just wondering on your side, is there anything you can do there? Would it help if you put headphones in or take your headphones out and just speak straight?
Okay, maybe this is better.
That's much better. Much better.
Apologies. Apple doesn't always get it right, guys. Sometimes the AirPods don't work.
Maybe if you just go back to step 1 where you had it from the sign up. Yeah,
sure. So super easy, super simple. Sign up, complete your profile, fund your wallet, and invest. First things first is to go to our website, wealthmigrate.com, and in the top right corner, you'll see there is a blue sign up button to click on. That'll take you to our registration page where you'll be asked to provide your email, password, review and accept our terms and conditions. You'll then be asked to verify your country of residence, as well as self-attest to your investor category. Now we have 4 investor categories to choose from, all with different definitions, but it is important that you select the one that you feel is most accurate for you. If you're an everyday investor, a self-certified and sophisticated investor, an advised investor, or a high net worth investor, and again, those descriptions are there for you. You can change them at any point in time later on in your journey, but this is just a starting point for us to begin your KYC or know your customer process. Once you have self-attested, you'll be taken into your actual investor portal. And you can see here, you'll be asked to complete some additional details of your profile. And this is the nitty gritty in terms of personal information, address. You'll be asked to provide 2 forms of identification, proof of address, and a full bank statement. Our Know Your Customer team does the necessary cross-reference checking, and if all is in order, we'll submit your profile to Lemonway, our wallet service provider, and that KYC verification process typically takes about 48 hours to complete. So again, you can see here, this is where you'll be asked to upload those identifying documents. And then finally, once you have been verified, we'll ask you to fund your wallet. So you can fund your wallet when you stand on the marketplace page, navigate to the wallet icon on the left-hand pane, click on deposit funds to view the bank details for your Lemonway wallet. That wallet is held by Banco Sabadell. And again, you must be verified to be able to view this information. It is vital that you use your unique payment reference number to avoid any misallocation of funds when sending your funds through. And be advised that this is a USD-based wallet, so be sure to wire in USD currency. If your bank is not USD-based, then you will incur a foreign exchange fee, though we do have some partnerships with institutions that can assist you in limiting those costs. Now that you've funded your wallet, you'll be able to browse our marketplace deals, and you can click on the relevant deal product card to view more information on any specific offering that we have. You'll obtain a full overview of the market and investment summary of the deal. You can also download the relevant product documentation further down on the page. Something I really enjoy about our deal offerings is that we do provide a projected returns calculator, so you can also get a sense of what your returns will be for the length of that deal. And if you decide this is the deal that I want to invest in, you'll simply click on the relevant deal product card, click on the Invest in this deal button in the top right-hand corner, and follow those self-explanatory steps until done. And this takes you in total about 30 seconds. So what I'd like to do here is actually share my screen and walk you through that process of investing. You can see I'll sign in because I already have an account. So you can see here, this is my marketplace, my personal investment portal. I can see here that I am fully verified. My shield is green. I can scroll through current opportunities. We have Pinnacle Corporate Park with Feldman Equities, an office asset with a tenured sponsor and a value add risk. We have Technoplas with MAG Capital Partners, an industrial asset with a tenured sponsor that is considered core plus in risk. And if I scroll down a bit more, I can see that we have a deal currently under review. And I'll explain this a bit more later when we have our Chief Investments Officer joining us. It simply means that a deal is soon to be launched on our platform. We are just in the background finalizing some key components of the deal itself. And if you scroll a bit further down, you can see all historical deals that we have offered to our market. Something else to note is that we do offer not just real estate investments, but alternative investments in the form of structured notes. Now, we currently do not have any structured notes available for investing at the moment. We recently closed our car manufacturer's note with BBVA and our sponsor Cashbox. Something else to note in the wallets, you can see your portfolio. If you have invested into anything, those investments would show up here. You can go to your wallet and deposit funds as shown, and also withdraw funds as shown. So you have full control over your money in your wallet. Now let's go into a specific deal. This is Feldman Equities Pinnacle Corporate Park, located in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. You can see some images of the asset itself. It's located just behind the Tri-Rail line, some very stunning office space, both internally and externally. You can understand a bit more about the offering itself. It's a Class A office building located in the Cypress Creek submarket of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We give you some key points to consider in terms of the offering itself. We also give you a market summary to understand the region a bit more broadly, and specifically the region and the asset as it performs in that particular geographic area. We also go through and provide a high-level investment summary, including the business plan for the asset, as well as some key investment factors that may be of significance to you as a potential investor. I've scrolled past it just now, but you can also see here we're incredibly transparent about both your returns, net fees, the length of the deal, who the sponsor is, and who the due diligence provider is. We even provide you with an investment category section. Yeah, Scott?
Sorry to jump in, but I just want to emphasize what you just said there, because so often in the financial industry and in the property industry, it's always about gross fees. Okay. And so the feedback that you and I had on the roadshow we've just been on is that when people read the document later down, it's all in gross fees, etc. And for us, what's really important is that from a trust, transparency, alignment perspective, we are trying to show people net fees. We have had an internal debate where we actually want to show gross and net, but specifically, I just want to really emphasize that everything that Gabby's showing you is net of fees. That's the actual cash in your pocket. That's not taking fees off afterwards. And it's just, again, just feedback that we had, Gabby, Gabriella, that you and I got. And I just want to really emphasize that for people,
Definitely. And we'll go through the investment calculator just now, projected returns calculator, just now as well. Something else to highlight is our investment risk category. So typically in the industry, most real estate assets are categorized based on level of risk and equated to level of potential returns. You can see here, our investment risk category has 4 specific categories within it. Core, for properties that are located typically in prime areas with blue chip tenants. They provide stable income and tend to be expensive to buy, and so therefore produce lower returns for the investor. Core plus, value add, all the way up to opportunistic, which tends to be highest risk, highest reward. Does generally involve either situations where an asset is being completely turned around or completely redeveloped and gutted, or a new development where ground is being broken. This type of investment or asset requires carries the highest risk for cash flow and income, though again, does tend to have the highest returns possible. For this particular asset, it is considered a value add. So it's a property with existing rental income, though with some opportunities for the sponsor, in this case, Feldman Equities, to make changes to increase the cash flow. And there is some degree of risk and uncertainty as an investor investing in this opportunity. We provide you with an opportunity to download any documentation provided by the sponsor itself. In this case, this is the deal brochure provided by Feldman Equities. We're extremely transparent about the potential risks that we identify as a part of our due diligence process in vetting this asset. We give you some milestones. And then at the bottom here, we have our projected returns calculator, where if I decided I wanted to invest $1,000, I can see quite transparently that I will be charged a $30 initiation fee, or 3% of what I'm investing. So my total payment to invest in this opportunity will be $1,030. I can see the cash flow percentage, and my annual dividends or interest calculated less that 10% success fee. And so therefore what I would be earning year on year and at time of exit. And you can see here again, my projected return. So let's invest in this deal. It looks good to me. I'm excited about it. I'm going to invest $500 into this deal, the minimum investment. Again, my fees are shown here, $15 US for a $500 investment. So $515 will be deducted from my wallet. I will accept all T's and C's. And I even have the opportunity to download the specific agreements, including the private placement memorandum and the subscription agreement for this deal, to read through more thoroughly before I accept. And then I'll make my investment. And it really is that simple. My transaction has gone through, and I am now considered a investor into Feldman's Pinnacle Park. As soon as this deal closes on the 21st of June, soon, later this week, the 1st of July, then my investment will be secured. Now, if at any point in time I decide before the investment closes that I no longer want to put my money into this investment, I can cancel the investment and my wallet is accredited again shortly thereafter.
Gabby, two comments there again. One is that the reason we extended a little bit beyond the end of June was because we had this event today. And we had a bunch of people that had said, please, we've only got the event, we've only got access to be on live today. So we've kicking and screaming have asked the sponsors to delay it for us. So that's why that was. And the second thing was, I know that's a new feature we've just had on the cancellation thing, and it's something so powerful about being able to invest. And if I change my mind or whatever, I can go back and cancel it, and I'm in complete control. I don't have to send an email to anyone, don't have to ask anyone. Obviously, once the deal closes, it's closed. But before it closing, I'm in complete control of my money.
Yeah, absolutely. And I see we have a couple of questions here. One from Neo, who's asking, when does it pay out profits? So for this particular offering, it is an investment opportunity that produces returns yearly, quarterly, and annually. So you can expect to see returns for this generally within the after a quarter, and you're paid out quarterly dividends or distributions. Some of our offerings will be capital growth focused only, meaning that you will only be paid out your returns at the time that the deal exits in 3 to 5 years. So we do add and offer diversity in that sense, in terms of both not just the types of assets that you can invest in, but the type of returns that you would be receiving from those assets. Scott, I don't know if you want to speak to that more.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think I did talk about it. The one is an income opportunity, which is an existing building, and it gets paid out quarterly. And just like you've got, here in the cash flow, you're getting paid, during the duration of the deal. And the other one is a growth opportunity where you're only getting paid out on exit, basically. And they're different types of deals which people have the opportunity to invest in.
Definitely. Now, I also see a question here from Werner that asks, what happens if the deal time is closed and there is not enough collective investment to actually make the purchase? So the value of working with sponsors like Feldman Equities, MAG Capital Partners, is that they are extremely tenured. These are individual organizations that have been in operating for, in the case of Feldman, over 100 years, and MAG over 20 years. They are soliciting investments from several institutional investors, plus us. We, as Wealth Migrate, are simply one part of that capital stack. So generally the deal will go on. If we fail to raise our portion of that capital stack, then we will return all investments, including the fees paid, to our investors on that marketplace. But generally what happens, especially with these quality and tier of sponsors, is that these deals tend to be fully subscribed quite quickly.
Can I jump in there if you don't mind? Because
sure.
Again, something that when we were on stage and dealing with people in a live environment, I think is so powerful. And why do I say that? Is that when we first started out, we wanted to own the whole deal. Okay, so again, I'm going to keep referring to old world thinking. It's like, I want to control, I want to have everything. But actually, if you think about it, like on that MAG deal, they're raising $25 million. They're raising it in 7 to 14 days, and they're raising it from a majority of Americans in America. I actually think it's far more powerful for us as international investors if we're partnering and investing in a deal that's being taken down in 7 days by Americans in America. I mean, that's showing the significance and the quality of the deal. And we're part of that puzzle, not the whole thing. Then if we're trying, a bunch of South Africans or from wherever flying over and trying to be experts in every market, it's impossible. Does it make sense? So it's a very different mindset. But actually, back to Werner's question, it's a much better situation to be in than where we used to be, where we're just a piece of the capital stack than trying to take down the whole deal. Why that's also important, if I go back to that Kensington deal where we own the whole development, now you're an international investor trying to manage a development in Brisbane, Australia, whereas if you were dealing with where it was owned 95, 98% by Australians, that is far, far stronger. You're in a much, much better position. So diversification, quality of partner, this ticks both those boxes massively.